All right, welcome back, and you're watching the Money Show, and it's time to get your portfolio queries checked. I have with me Hemant Rustagi from Wise Invest. Hemant, hi, good evening. Welcome to the show. Let's get connected with our first viewer of the show. Abhishek Sharma is on the phone line. Abhishek, hi, good evening. You're calling from?
Hi, good evening. I'm calling from Delhi.
All right, Abhishek, I do have your portfolio on me where you're investing in few funds. I mean, SIP of 25,000. You can do more, and apart from that, you are investing in these funds. Okay, you want to know about a debt mutual fund also?
Yes. So,
have you started your investment in these funds, the ones that you've given us? No, right?
Not yet.
Not yet, no? Okay, okay.
Yes.
For how long? For how long you want to stay invested? For how many years?
My view would be long term, so minimum of 10, 15 years, I'm thinking.
So let's take it 15 years. Can we do that?
Yes, please.
Any specific reason behind the selection of funds? The 3 funds that you have given us, any specific reason why you selected them?
So for the first one in the large cap category, I selected the passive fund. It has low tracking error and low expense ratio. Also, it has a AUM. And the second one, I have clubbed here the mid cap and the momentum style.
Makes sense.
And
okay.
This is what I found suitable.
Sure. Okay. And then you want a fund for your emergency contingency reason, also emergency fund. Okay, I think we are clear with the question. Okay, so let's connect with Hemant. Hemant, what do you recommend? How is the selection of funds?
I think he has shortlisted 3 funds. So I'm absolutely fine with that if he wants to go for a index fund, Nifty 50 fund for large cap exposure, which is perfectly fine. The second is, I think he has a small cap fund, Tata small cap fund. I mean, even that fund in the active space has been doing reasonably well, so he can definitely opt for that. And the third fund that he has opted is momentum fund. The problem with these smart beta funds is that they can be sometimes seasonal. It can be very, very difficult for investors to kind of figure out when the momentum is working, when it is not working. We saw in the market what was happening with the momentum fund a year ago. And every time when there is a moment in the market, you will see these funds doing well, but then the performance can be very erratic. So I don't think that's a great idea. So my recommendation would be since he has opted for a large cap fund and a small cap fund, that he should include a pure mid cap fund in the portfolio. And there, instead of index fund, I would recommend him an actively managed fund, which is Motilal Oswal mid cap fund. This fund has consistently been outperforming the benchmark. So I think that these 3 funds can be there. And the fourth fund, if he has to add, I think I would like him to include from large and mid cap category, because here you get an opportunity to invest in the best of 250 stocks in terms of market cap. There you can consider Invesco large and mid cap fund. He also mentioned about the fact that he wants to build an all-weather portfolio. As you mentioned about some indication about the debt funds. So my recommendation there would be that if he's looking to build an all-weather portfolio, maybe some hybrid funds can be in the portfolio, maybe a balanced advantage fund and equity hybrid fund. There, of course, the time horizon has to be different. So if it is not 15, 20 years, maybe 5, 7 years, he can look at these funds. There, you can look at HDFC Balanced Advantage or ICICI Pru Equity and Debt. In terms of, I think he has some exposure in quant liquid fund where he's parking a part of his income there. I think liquid fund as a category is great. You can choose any liquid fund. And the same fund can be retained in the portfolio for creating an emergency fund, because one of the key aspects when you're trying to build an emergency fund is to invest in a fund, one, which is not volatile, and second is where the money is available easily. So I think in both these parameters, liquid fund is the best option.
All right, Abhishek, that's the recommendation for you. All the best for your investments. We move on and let's get connected with Ravi, our next viewer. Ravi, hi, good evening. You're calling from?
Good evening, madam.
Hi, Ravi. Ravi, I have the details of your investment, 9 funds where you're invested right now. You want to invest for 15 to 20 years. Can I make it 20 years? We just need one time frame.
15 years.
15 years. Okay, let's make it 15 years. Is this a lump sum investment or are you doing an SIP?
SIP and both.
What's the SIP amount every month going in total?
45,000.
45,000. Okay. Okay, done. So 45,000 going on monthly, and you have also done some lump sum, and the figures that you have given us is the current investment amount, right, in those particular funds.
Yes.
Okay. Any target that you have set after 15 years you want to accumulate?
Retirement.
But what's the purpose that you're looking at?
3 CR.
3 CR. Okay. Are you willing to step it up?
No.
No.
Can
Okay.
you speak Hindi?
Sorry?
Can you speak हिंदी में बात कर सकते हैं आप?
बिल्कुल, मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि आप इस निवेश राशि को बढ़ाना भी चाहेंगे?
नहीं, इतना ठीक है।
क्योंकि 3 करोड़ आपको इकट्ठा करने हैं, सालाना 10% या 5% अपने निवेश राशि को बढ़ाएंगे आप?
नहीं, इतना कैपेसिटी मेरा है।
चलिए, फिलहाल के लिए इतना होगा। All right. हेमंत?
Kapita, I think if you see his accumulated corpus, I think his investment amount is 47 lakh he mentioned, and the corpus is around 66 lakh. And now that he has clarified that his time horizon is 15 years, I think it also mentioned about, we can ask him about whether he will need 1 crore from now, anytime soon. I think he mentioned about 2 targets. One is that he wants 1 crore in the next couple of years, and then the remaining for the 15-20 years. So if that is the case, his entire corpus has to be aligned with that goal. The first goal, it will take him around 3.5 years to get to the corpus of 1 crore. I'm assuming the return of 12%. Thereafter, he will be having another 11.5 years to build that corpus. Now, since he's mentioned about he's investing 45,000 through SIP, he has 9 funds, so definitely there is a need for him to consolidate the portfolio. So my recommendation would be that to reduce the number of funds to 5, he can retain 2 existing funds, Prague Parik Flexi Cap, Nippon India Small Cap, and I would recommend that he can consider adding 3 funds in the portfolio. One in the mid-cap category, which is Motilal Oswal mid-cap, Kotak multi-cap, and Invesco large and mid-cap. I think these are the funds you can add, so you can invest maybe 9,000 each in these 5 funds. He has also clarified the fact that he cannot, step up the SIP. So I don't think it'll be possible for him to, achieve the target of 3 crore. But what he can do is, because he has 15 years, he should definitely try and see whether either through step up or increase his SIP amount to get anywhere closer to the target.
All right, रवि, जो आपको सोल्यूशन दिया जा रहा है पराग पारिक के फ्लेक्सी कैप और निपॉन इंडिया स्मॉल कैप में आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट अपनी कंटिन्यू रखनी है। अगर आप 3 करोड़ चाहते हैं तो कोशिश कीजिएगा कि अपने निवेश को बढ़ाइए। कुछ फंड्स जो आपको रेकमेंड किए जा रहे हैं, मोतीलाल ओसवाल मिड कैप, कोटक का मल्टी कैप, इन्वेस्को लार्ज एंड मिड कैप, HDFC फ्लेक्सी कैप, इनको भी आप कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। 15 साल का समय है, तो थोड़ा सा निवेश अगर बढ़ाएंगे तो आपका गोल पूरा होगा, वरना टाइम होराइजन बढ़ा दीजिए, 15 से 20 या 25 सालों से कर दीजिए, और यही इन्वेस्टमेंट अगर आपको रखनी है, अगर आप नहीं बढ़ा पा रहे हैं उस सूरत में। All right, I think with that it's wrap on the Money Show also. Thank you so much, Hemant, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries. And all our viewers, I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID. Keep sending us your questions. Thank you so much. Goodbye.